Hey guys, Nenad here. In this video, we're going to look at the fear of success, the fear of shining brighter, having more than others, having more love, more money, more attention, more fame than other people, outshining others. And while you may think that this may not apply to you, or maybe you think that, well, it's not really an issue, I guarantee you that more people than you think actually are being held back by the fear of success, by the fear of having too much, by outshining others. And this is something that comes out and plays out in our lives in very subtle ways, because even though we all desire more, we want more money, we want more fame, we want to expand, a lot of people share similar goals, similar things. But then why is it that so many of us are playing small? So many of us are hiding, afraid of being seen, or not playing full out. What's the reason? If we all crave so much success, glory, and happiness in our own unique ways, why is it that only so few of us actually go about it? Well, this is actually something that I still struggle with in my own life, because think about this for a second. When I was younger, when I was a kid, I was the youngest, the youngest of the sibling, and when we're playing together and things like that, I used to get more attention from the parents, from the grandparents, because I was just, so much more tiny, and I think that's just, what parents do, I guess, right? But that simple fact that I was getting more attention than them sometimes got me into problem with my siblings, because they would, team up against me, or they would get jealous, or it would create a little, envy between kids. And that creates a pattern. It creates a pattern that, hey, if I'm too much in the spotlight, it can actually brings me trouble. But then also, when I was growing up, other beliefs comes in forms of, my parents were always teaching me to be humble. But while being humble is good, some of those beliefs were not really working. I remember my mom, for example, always saying, oh, you don't need to tell others how much you have, or you don't need to show up all those things that you do. It's okay to, be humble, play it small, and not brag about it, so to speak. But it's almost as if there's something wrong with it. You know what I mean? It's almost as if having more, being the best, or being successful at something is something wrong, something not to be showcased, and you should just, make sure you have just like others, and be humble about it. And so you can see the challenge there, the beliefs, the hidden perception that gets created over time. And this starts to affect us as we grow up, and as I grew up, in many different ways, because even though I'm chasing success, I'm also holding myself back in so many different ways. Because subconsciously, if I have too much, I might be not liked, I might be, disliked, I might be seen as a bad person, I might be too much in the spotlight. And so for a long time, I didn't really share much of my successes, much of the things I have. I kind of kept all those things hidden. I didn't want, that attention to be seen on me, that spotlight on me. I just wanted to be, fitting, average, so to speak. And this all plays out subconsciously. So I want you to reflect in your own life. Do you feel like this resonates in your life? Do you feel like you're hiding, or you're playing small, or for some reason, you're not really going after what you want? What would happen if you have, all the money that you desire? What would happen if you have all the followers, or the fame, or the success that you think you deserve, or that you want? Would people start judge you? Would you be a bad person? Or do you believe that you really need to deserve it? Or maybe you feel like you didn't work hard enough yet? Some people are afraid that if they make too much money, people are going to use them. So all those things comes in play, in terms of like, being successful, or having all those things, manifesting all the things that we want. But we don't really think about it in that way. And yet it can really be a wall, a barrier, something we do to sabotage our effort, to sabotage our results. The challenge is that this false self-image, those false beliefs that we have created, are not serving us, they're not helping us, because they don't represent the truth of it. Yes, being humble is a good thing, but having and achieving the things I desire is also equally good. I don't need to be arrogant about it, but I don't need to hide it either. And so we need to change our perception and allow this balance to realize that creating and living the life that we want, going after the things that we deserve, and going after the things that we feel called to do is okay. We need to outgrow this faulty self-image that if we do certain things that we have too much, or if you have more than others, or whatever those beliefs may be for you, that it's bad, or that something bad may happen, or that you might feel guilty for having too much. Guilt is often playing in that fear of success. It's almost like bad to have more than others. And we need to really step out of that belief, break that belief, realize that nothing that I have or that I have not defines actually who I am as a person. I am always worthy. I am always good enough. I am always a good person, regardless of what I have, what I have not. And when we can create that gap between who I am, my self-image, and those things, those external fulfillment and achievement, then we don't really become so attached to it. We don't really identify too much with it, and we can allow ourselves to really go after it, because at the core, we understand who we are. We understand that we are good people, that we are passionate, that we are loving, that we are kind, that we're however you see yourself, you're always more than who you think you are right now. And so we need to expand that belief. We need to expand that self-image, and we need to expand that even if I have all the success that I want, I'm always going to be a great person. And it's never going to change who I am. And other people can react however they want. I'm still going to be me. And that brings peace, that brings relief, and that gives yourself, giving yourself the permission to go after what you want is freeing. But we first need to create that awareness behind that fear of success, or shining, or of having too much, however you want to call it. Ask yourself and really give it a thought. Is this something that is holding you back? Is it something that's preventing you from really going after what you want, from really showcasing your life to the best and to the world and to everybody? And if that's the case, then break those beliefs. I guarantee you guys, it gets easier, and you can allow yourself to go after what you want, because you deserve it. So go do it, guys. I'll see you in my next video. If you like this video, guys, please feel free to share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in my next video. Be well.